The Whiskey Brothers.
Welcome to 1065, everybody. There's no way we're going to beat what happened off air. We never can. That was wow.
No, every time they shoot a movie, they go, well, when we wasn't shooting, that's the shit that should have been the movie.
And
we wouldn't have watched it.
It's the shit in the green room.
Yeah,
I have heard and said things in the green room that made people pee on themselves, you know, and then get on stage like, God damn, I cannot recreate that. What just happened?
Have you ever seen comics that like you've seen like even big name comics that go up when it doesn't matter and they're just going on top of the head and they're amazing and then you watch the specials and you're like, what happened?
Well, this is
my two biggest ones that I've ever seen.
Oh, we're naming names. Sorry.
Oh, I got no problems with it because I've seen them live multiple times and I've seen the specials multiple times and been like, I don't get it.
Oh, okay.
Chris D'Elia is when he walks up and he doesn't care. I understand why he's famous. When I watch the specials, I'm like, I don't get it.
Yeah.
And Mike fucking Epps.
Oh.
Mike Epps is one of the funniest people off the cuff I've ever heard.
But when he's got to write and stay in structure for a special, it's not good. It's not
what
fair.
he does.
But bro, I've watched that dude walk into the Ha Cafe and I left there and then like right after he walked into the Improv and I've watched him just walk up and just start being Mike and you cannot beat it. He's so goddamn brilliant. But then they're like new Mike Epps special on Netflix. I'm the first motherfucker to watch it. And then 10 minutes in, I'm like, this is not him. Let him do what he wants to do.
Well, that's the hardest.
Take the brakes off and let the car run.
Yeah, but you've never set up $100,000 worth of cameras on a. Well, let's see what he does.
Yeah, that's.
You know what I mean? I was already a fan of him, but then I saw him in Florida at a club, and it was the same. He just murdered. I was like, oh my God.
It's unfuckwithable. He is so fucking brutal. And then, when they put the brakes on, they're like, well, do this, and then send us a transcript of your set before he ended up. And then you watch it, you're like, this is anybody who watches it goes, I'm a Mike Epps fan. If you go see him live, you're going to the hospital.
Yeah. Well, that's the hardest thing anyway. Is with specials, is translating how it felt in the room to on script. That's the hardest part. Is
making it feel like it's the first time you're telling it when it's the last time you're telling it.
Yeah. It's very fucking difficult. So I always tell motherfuckers like if you happen to like anybody you saw sitting down, you have to go see them live because it's just a way better experience.
1,000%. When I popped into the Improv, saw whatever I was there and with Christella, those were the most liberating shows. There was nothing riding on that. At all. Bitch, it's in the can.
Yeah, it's already done.
I taped this 2 weeks ago.
I'm excited about Canada for that reason.
Yeah.
Katt Williams
I'm just going
is
to
very
have fun with no
good
pressure.
Katt Williams is very good at putting on screen exactly what he would normally do.
Yes. 100%.
He's very, and I think that's what separates him from a lot of people is that like Katt's like, I'm just gonna be Katt. Fuck you and your
the way he
cameras.
practices.
Yeah,
he practices in arenas. Like he doesn't run the set through a bunch of
he
clubs.
Doesn't go to the cellar.
He doesn't go to the cellar. He's not doing any of that. This motherfucker just like, no, I'm just gonna do a small arena tour. Then I'll do a bigger one, and that's the one we're gonna shoot.
I got your money, so I'm just gonna keep going out and doing your shit.
He also clearly never goes up to another comic and go, "What'd you think about that?"
No.
There's none of that in him.
No. I honestly, it's one of those. When you see a wild horse just running out in the fucking, you're like, I don't even want to put a saddle on that because anything I do is gonna fuck up what's happening
he'd
right
fall
there.
down. He's very small.
Well, but that's the thing is that Katt Williams is just like you try to add structure to that and you're just gonna ruin it.
Well,
like, it's gotta be chaos.
Is he used to be that? His whole start is amazing with how he won that competition. He got to open for Jeff Foxworth. He's like opening for these guys in the beginning, and then he just started like noticed what it was, like how structured it was, how tight he was. And
I didn't know he was opening for Fox.
Yeah, he won a competition. That was part of the prize in winning it. So, and then he flipped. He just flipped everything and turned into Cat in the Hat and did the shit in L.A. and then basically accomplished everything he wanted to in Los Angeles in 6 months. But it was that like he turned into that thing. But the beginning part of him is a very like structured like a comic, which I think is the fundamentals.
Foxworthy live is a monster, dude.
Oh,
He
dude,
is
yeah,
not the
he's,
same
He's
guy.
another one. If you take the brakes off and
Yeah.
you go watch him do what he really
is
does.
funny, bro.
The billing, I've never liked. I've actually seen him live.
I've seen
never
him
liked
He's
that.
very structured.
I never
Very,
This
like that.
episode
I
of
never-
comics we
yeah.
can't stand.
Well, no.
I'm fucking with you.
But it's not comics we're saying. It's comics that we like.
ahead, yeah.
That I'm trying to tell people who are watching and listening that it's if you think you know them and they come to your town, go see them live. You don't know them. You don't.
Yeah.
I get that a lot. People are like, oh, you remind me of Bill Engvall. And I'm like, don't say that to me.
No.
We come from the same place. We probably have a lot
It's
of the
very
same thought
cookie cutter, though.
processes, but I didn't grow up a rich white kid.
Well,
Yeah, exactly. It's very cookie cutter.
yeah, that's it. The live. I remember when I had. So my club was open in the first half of the 2000s, right?
Mm-hmm.
So all during the first 5 seasons of Last Comic Standing. And I remember watching. I was really good at picking the winner before the winner, right? Before you just look, you can tell, this is clearly the best comic. And then I'd reach out to this.
He picked me the year I won.
The internet was
Before.
yeah, I mean,
Before he did
Yeah.
at the beginning of the contest, like after my first set.
You know who's good. So I would I got Ralphie, I had Alonzo Bowden, some other people. But then I started looking at like, all right, well, who else was one of the 10? And I won't name names, but there were 2 comics that came through and you were just like, oh, you just brought the TV show.
Dad fan?
Like no, I never would have booked them. These were in fairness, the comics they were they were people
I
who
know one of them.
people who had been featuring for me or who were features, and then that was like the show that put them.
Oh, I see. Yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
now you have enough exposure. You know how
And
when
then they
you're
wanted
like,
you to give him $6,000.
you got, but yeah, well, okay, so yeah, that was a different. That was Ty Barnett. I'll say that. Straight.
There he goes.
He straight up asked. That was one of those. By about the 3rd season of that show,
Yeah.
I was pretty good at it. So I'd reach out to people when they cast it. You know what I mean?
Okay,
And
yeah.
just before you got your agent, before you got everything figured out,
Come do this.
I'm
Come do my
offering a
club.
date. And I threw it at Ty Barnett, and he hit me. He was like, "Yeah, $6,000," and I just went, "Bro, come the fuck on. We're a Friday. Like we're not even and you're not even on TV yet."
You were probably working Felipe before that.
Mhm.
Yeah, way
yeah,
before because
okay.
he was a laugh stop fixture.
I know you had
Felipe,
Alonzo
I worked
Bowden.
with him a
Alonzo,
bunch.
Ralphie, and then we had a couple others off that show that just they came in. They all right.
Which
They
is
were
so,
all right. I
But
see what you mean.
Here's
Yeah.
It's
the
a
thing.
hard thing to do when I get my bigger point was
Uh-huh.
when you go when you put something out on tape when there's something that they can see, and tape it's
No,
it's a
no.
word.
No, I'm laughing at another thought. No,
Okay.
no, I know what you're talking about. No.
but
But
what,
if I said tape, he'd be laughing about that.
I would
Because you
be
probably
too.
would have said
The-
tape A or some shit. So anyway,
That's fair. That's fair. Okay, that's fair.
you've been adding some
which
extra shit
syllable
in
would
there.
you which syllable would you
Tape.
emphasize in tape?
Okay, yeah.
But once you put something out like that and then you go on tour, the expectation should be that you're not doing that.
Okay,
right?
yeah.
You can't go watch. You don't want. It's not an album where you go tour on the new album, right?
Yeah.
A band puts out a new album, and in this tour we got to listen to half that bullshit, right?
Yeah,
You'll
yeah.
play 6 songs I like, and then whatever
And then
this new
other
album
shit,
is.
yeah.
But with us, it's if you
So-
just watch my new album, you don't get to see any of those jokes.
Do you think it's the same in porn? Where it's like, if you like how you fuck on screen,
Oh,
you
when-
got to be in
when
the
he
room.
gets home. I'm sure they got a significant
Yeah.
other who's like, he doesn't. He's nothing like
It's
that.
nothing like he doesn't come like that at all. Like it's
He doesn't even do oral.
The strip club Caligula.
okay.
There was a porn star named Gina Lynn, and she came in, and I was at the bar because I was just like, look, Quee and my boys, they all want to go and whatever, and I was like, I'm here when she comes out. At this point, I was over strip clubs, and I didn't care. I'm at the bar, watching football.
Wait, can I ask? Oh, go ahead. After this, I have a question.
Is
15.
it when were you really into him?
Well, no. How do you get over strip clubs? How do you get to that point where
You
you
go
break
too
your
much.
governor on strip
Dude,
clubs?
we went all the fucking time, and I finally looked at my boys. I go, I'm surrounded by naked women. I'm bored. And I was like, I don't think I can
I'm
do this
tapped,
anymore. Yeah, and it's expensive. And I was like, I can literally go 2 doors down
To
and
Magic
pay
Mike's
and pay $3 less for this drink at Scumducky McFucky's
yeah.
Ice House. You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
yeah,
So
I
I was like, why am I here? Like, if I don't
Been
even care
finding
about
exactly
titties
the
no
same
more.
amount of C-section and bullet hole scars.
So I'm at the bar watching football with this dude. Turns out he's the porn star's husband, and he just runs around with her. He sells the merch and does all this whatever, blah blah. And I was like,
The
So wait,
merch guy.
yeah, because
What merch did she have?
She said
Flashlights.
she
Panties.
charged you to take pictures.
Charge to take pictures.
She charged you to take pictures, and she sold like 8x10s of her. This is back in the day when we didn't know. So she sold 8x10s of her, and she'd sign them and write whatever you wanted on them. I got a collection of them. I made them write foul shit about how fucking ugly I was and shit like that. I'll bring them in one day.
Over strip clubs, but
I saw a comic in
It
Iraq.
was fun.
trying
If I was gonna
sell
do it, I was gonna have fun with it.
I got you.
But this dude was talking about he's like it's like dating a massage therapist or whatever. Like when she comes home, she don't want to do this or whatever. And he said he goes the only cool thing about being married to a porn star is that she might not want to fuck when she come home, but when her friends come over or whatever and they get drunk, he was like, you get the fuck all of her friends because they just in the business like that's what they do. And so he
Sounds
was
like a healthy relationship.
yeah, but his whole thing, he was like, the best part of my marriage is fucking somebody that's not my wife.
Yeah,
and it was, and I'm sitting there just like, I'm like, yeah, cry me a river, bitch. Like I'm just whatever.
Jerry loved his wife so much. He's
No,
like,
my first marriage.
I don't understand.
My first marriage was to a stripper.
Yeah.
Like, oh shit,
So
pre-porn.
I know what he's saying. I know, yeah, like
It's the head start for porn. Yeah.
she was a mess, but her friends were fun.
Her friends are fun. Okay.
And he was this big ripped ass dude, and he's like, yeah, you name a porn star. He's like, I fucked them. He goes, and when I come back, she likes to watch me fuck them more than she likes to touch me. And I'm just like, okay, if that works for you, cool, whatever.
Yeah.
And this dude's literally just running around while she's doing her fucking tour. He ain't working. He's just living off of her. And I was like, I guess, you got a nice life. I don't get it, but
Yeah.
I'm just gonna watch the game and pretend I didn't hear a motherfucking thing you just
Is
said.
that the part where they're saying it's like art? Because it's all theater.
Well, I don't think
Everybody's
there's any
fucking
art
each
to it.
other.
I don't
Like,
think
no,
there-
just meaning everybody. It's not what you see, and it's what's going on behind the scenes.
Right. Oh,
Everybody's
it's
fucking
got
each
the
other.
same green room?
Yeah, it's all theater.
Yeah.
We're all fucking
same,
each other.
Same thing.
Are they all sitting in the green room taking shots at each other?
Yeah, yeah, for sure.
I was watching a monitor. Your pussy looked big as a basketball. At
Oh,
last
of course. They're
shot.
sitting there. How long is this bitch gonna dance?
Yeah.
Oh, of course.
you never hear on porn set, what's my motivation here?
Dick, bitch.
Pussy, dude.
Yeah.
The same thing.
Make it happen.
How hard is it to
Action.
Yeah.
Snort that Viagra and get your ass on the set, son.
Fucking go.
Cut. No, put the knife away. We're not doing that one today.
Or I meant.
How much direction do you need? You're delivering a fucking pizza, bro.
Yeah.
Just hand her the box and fuck her.
I think to me what's funny is like you said, the lady don't want to do any of that shit, right? Like she's so if they do fuck her, she dial it back, and it's very like it's emotionally driven. Like
You
when
ever
they
come home from
when
a
they
comedy
fucking
show?
Genesis style.
Is somebody expecting you to entertain
Be
them?
funny. That's
Not
what
even
that's
come
what I'm
home.
getting
Like
to.
go to the bar, go to the after party at the bar next door, and people like, dude, that one joke you did. Can you say my buddy wasn't here? No, I'm not saying the fucking joke again.
Yeah,
dude.
no, 100%.
I dated a massage therapist, and
So did I.
I've never got a massage from her. Not one
No.
single massage.
It's the last thing they want to
went
do.
on date 2. You might. It was coming.
I knew it was coming when you opened your mouth. I was like, I'm just gonna sit back and wait for this.
You wasn't booting bitches out immediately.
I was just
They
waiting for a flight to take off,
Okay,
stuck
fair.
in my
Well,
seat.
where were you?
the
Where
only-
were you then?
That's the only reason you wear hats is to wave them off, and it's your time.
So I dated.
No, in case they don't leave, I can call him back.
You call him? Yeah. Oh.
Yeah. Yeah. The bat signal, baby.
It don't work for us. We throw our hat up, everybody gets out of the way. What's he about to do?
Oh, he's a supervisor.
Why are they playing Eastbound and Down? Like- No, I dated my massage therapist for years. And here's the thing: like, if something was wrong with me, and I was like, "Hey, can you?" She's like, "No, fuck off." But if we were sitting at the bar or whatever, she would just like put her hand here, and she felt something, she would just start doing it. But I had to just sit there and act like I didn't fucking care, because as soon as I would turn her way or whatever, she's like, "I'm not doing that." I'm like, "You started. I didn't ask for it." So she just started doing it. I had to sit there and just keep watching the game or talk to other people, and then turn and talk to somebody this way. Next thing I do,
The
both
best
hands
thing
are
you
on
can
there.
do is ignore.
Yep. Just ignore, act like it's fucking not happening, because for her it's second nature. And she just like, I felt something in your back and I started doing it. And the second you go, oh, that feels good. It's like, I hate that you always ask me that. I'm like, I didn't ask you shit. I was watching the Vikings and the Rams, and you put your hand on my back and start doing it. It felt good. I thought I was giving you a compliment.
Yeah, no.
She's like, you're making me work. I'm not making you do shit.
No.
I wanted to come watch the game. I didn't ask you to come here with me.
Ignore her and she'll make herself work.
Yep. I learned
That's
that.
a rule of
I
life.
learned that.
Damn, that's pretty deep.
You dropped that like the Buddha, bro.
I'm just saying.
Very good.
It was, dude. I did.
I've
I
learned
did.
some shit in 46
Let's,
years.
let's double click on this,
Yeah,
shall we?
sound like some shit my dad would say.
What?
I dated this girl for
Ignore it.
years. He's absolutely right.
Yeah.
If you
Best method I ever had for picking up girls was ignoring them.
Oh, okay, picking up girls.
For any of it.
That's true.
They ignore it. I don't do it in my marriage because we have an open, committed relationship
Right.
where we talk and shit. And
Yeah, you're
she's
done.
taught me how to be a human.
Wait, hold
But
on.
before
Wait,
her,
hold on. Can we correct what you
not
said?
open. Yeah,
You
sorry.
said open community.
Well, I mean open.
What the-
Open.
What the fuck is that?
I meant
communication.
open communicative.
I got you. I was
just
like,
couldn't
correct
spit it
it.
out.
And the
Sorry.
open office
I'm
door
just trying to
policy.
keep
Yeah,
some
yeah,
truck
yeah.
bitches
No,
from doing
yeah. Thank you.
You said it was open.
Or some truck dudes.
Yeah,
Or some truck dudes. I get a lot of love from truck dudes. It's
Yeah.
weird, man. I found out shit about myself.
I bet you do.
Yeah, I didn't know I had a category.
bear.
Yeah, I didn't know. I didn't know what that meant. And like, oh, you're such a cute bear and shit like that. And I was like, well,
I get it, too.
I am a big old cuddly
Do
bear.
they have their own channel on your Discord?
No, not yet.
The
But if
Bears
I
Den?
can make some money at it,
The Bears Den?
The Bears Den.
I'll just ignore them
Come on.
and make some
that's-
money off of them.
We got a Discord server for the Whiskey Brothers. Let's put a Bears Den in there for your
Yeah.
guys.
It won't bother me at all.
Berenstain just sounds dirty. now.
I'll be honest with you, it flatters the fuck out of me.
It should.
I'm like,
This
I'm
is
46
crazy.
years old. Somebody still wants to fuck me. Hell yeah.
That
I don't
joke
want to fuck you, but thanks.
that joke I do about that bit I do about gay guys hitting on me is like I go, it happens a lot, whatever, not in LA. The guy was like, he goes, because we have a thing called a bear now, and I was like, I don't know what they go, it's just big, barely hairy guys, and he was like, and you fall into that category, and I was like, oh, he's like, it's like the dad bod thing that women are all about now. He's like, that's it in the gay community. He was like, and you kind of fall into that. I was like, oh, okay, cool, and then I just kept building on the joke from there. And then, like, that same night, he was like, so what are you doing? I'm like, the whole point of the joke was like, dude, y'all are hitting on me. And I'm like, thanks, but no thanks, but I feel hot. Like, and then you just go tell me that, like, no, we do it because you're fat and out of shape and you're hairy. And I'm like, the whole joke is like, y'all made me feel like I'm bored. He's like, no. It's like, you're somebody I would never want to fuck, and that makes me want to fuck you. And I'm like,
There's
fuck
different
off.
categories. There's black bear, polar bear, grizzly bear, but it's about size, not color.
Yep.
Stupid.
Is there Teddy?
Black bear's smaller.
Of course, it's not.
I
about
bet there's a teddy.
I bet there is. It's
Yeah.
even smaller.
Jesus Christ.
Polar bear's kind of long and lean, and that's
Polar bear's
grizzly.
in the middle. I'm grizzly.
Interesting. I did that line. It was impromptu. The only line I wrote on stage, I think, at the special, when I said about Steven, gay Steven, and I go, he's a big gay. I go, he's like a bear. I go, like the bear from The Revenant.
Yeah.
He's definitely on top.
Yeah.
That was the
That's
line.
funny.
That was
Yeah,
that was
yeah,
on
funny.
stage, and I think it's just because we were all talking about bears recently. The whole
The bear from The Revenant.
lot of talk.
But yeah, I wrote that bit. It was literally like, look, I had gay guys hit on me before. You know what I mean? It's always been whatever.
Stop bragging.
But no. When I moved to California, it was like, yo, kid, like literally, I'm talking to a woman. I'm sitting here with a woman in my face, and he'll just come up and stand between me and her, like, "Hey, who are you?" I'm like, "I'm the dude who was talking to her.
Yeah.
Can you please go away? What are you doing later? Can I buy you a drink? Okay, I'll take the drink, but can you please step aside?"
You're better. Look at me. Now she wants to know what your deal is.
Yeah, exactly. She's like, "You'd be great if you dressed like him."
Yeah.
He's gay.
God damn.
He no one of you.
But it was one of those. I was like, I moved to California. I'm on your turf. You know what I mean? I get it. You moved here to be free and be you, but at the same time, timing, bro. Read the room.
Yeah.
I'm sitting here, fucking $30 into this conversation, holding her hand. Fuck off. And that was one drink. So I'm like, fuck off.
Yo, that's fucking funny. $30 into a conversation.
How do you even date in L.A.?
You
Oh,
don't.
okay, yeah.
You don't.
That's where all the apps.
It's
go.
got to feel like you can't even find.
I wouldn't even.
Somebody-
That
it just
was the
feels
worst
weird.
part
Bro,
of being
they-
out there.
Yeah.
No, you go to actors auditions and look for the people that don't get callbacks.
That's a
There's that.
strong.
They're sad. They
Within
feel bad.
the
They need
industry,
a confidence booster.
within the industry, there's chuckle fuckers, but
They're
it's
looking
like,
for a bear.
but it's like,
Like
dude,
Chuck
it's,
Savage, just slump buster.
if she's cute and you're a chuckle fucker, and then Chris D'Elia walks in the room, she'll walk away mid conversation. Every girl you talk to in LA goes, "What do you do?" And they want to know what they can get out of you.
He kind of can't do that shit no more.
Okay, I just come back from D'Elia's hotel.
That's not a bad scenario. Chris D'Elia comes up and talks to the girl you're talking to, and you're like, "Thank God I didn't know she was 16."
I'm gonna say this: if some shit, that's what I'm saying.
Glad you told me.
If you do some shit
Glad
like
you
that,
showed up, bro.
and then you come back, it's like, yo, the only way that you can redeem yourself is I ID everybody I fuck. That's literally the only way.
You have to hire a door guy.
Yeah,
like sanctioned by the state. It's got to be an off-duty cop or someone who actually.
When Trey goes on tour,
you have the scanner app on your phone.
You say what?
You got a blacklight reader making sure the I's dotted in directive. I know
you have the scanner app on your phone like TSA.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right, bitch.
Put your ID in your boarding pass right here.
No, you're not. Hell no.
That's what you need, boarding passes.
100%.
That's exactly. Sam nailed it.
Yeah,
You
no,
have
it's
to pass through security before you get.
You
to
need
this
that
gate.
pre-check.
Yes.
But
you
the
sign
best-
up for TSA pre-check, you can come anytime you want, honey.
Right, and then we'll talk about this global entry.
The thing in LA is you gotta keep your eyes like sharp. It's one of those like when you see the girl, gorgeous face, great makeup, but she's wearing a hoodie and jeans or whatever, but you can see the way like, yo, underneath that girl is hot. She's walking around because all those other LA bitches have made her not feel hot. And if you walk up and you start talking to her, one, she's gonna be the only real human being you meet that has a real conversation with you. And two, she's probably dope as fuck and she's probably hot as fuck and all that. But LA has made her feel like she's not.
Yeah. Ralphie
And that's your gold mine in Los Angeles.
when Ralphie took me to Tempe, he goes, "Look, Jerry Wayne, look, it's college town, all right? Eights don't get talked to. If a girl comes up and starts talking, just roll with it, go with it." And bro, he was not wrong.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
But I went to L.A. When I was younger and single, and I was bored the whole time because there wasn't nobody I wanted to fuck.
It was miserable people.
Like just these scrawny little broads.
That's
and
what
shit.
you know he talking about.
There
Oh, yeah.
are
He
beautiful
looking for
girls
the
all over
bullshit.
Los Angeles.
I'd have
who-
done better in Nebraska. You know what I mean? Take me to Lincoln.
Why we can't have a scene in Wyoming?
No, I like the skinny ones in LA. They were everywhere, but they were very unhealthy on the inside.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, you said like the
Maybe
girls in
outside.
Nebraska. Like you show up in Nebraska and she's smoking hot. It's like, okay, dude. The second you say one word to her, they descend on you and just like every guy is like, "Hey, out of towner, you're not."
That's
blah,
my
blah,
sister.
blah, blah, blah. Well, no, it's
That's
it's
Stacy.
basic.
She's been property of our high school.
But no, it's like all of us have taken a run at her. She said no to all of us. You're
Why
not
she
getting her
gonna say
out of
that?
towner,
Yeah.
and they'll box you the fuck out.
Boy.
But like in LA, there's plenty of really, really good looking girls who like the city has told them that they're ugly, and
And
sometimes
Sam
you
doesn't
get-
want to say this, but they have no safety net.
That is
These are trapeze acts with no debt, bro.
fuck. That's so good. And
Certain days so broke.
Cirque Day.
and I got Cirque They So laid.
Yeah, exactly. Damn.
But
That's
no,
solid.
the city's fucking mean. But it's one of those
It is.
you just have to fucking sift through, and it's like, yo, hey, they shit on me too. Like I did roast battle, and all they did was fucking crack fat jokes on me, and just fat joke, fat joke, fat joke, fat
Bro,
joke, and I'm like,
When Jeff Ross called you Blob Marley,
that was the best.
Yeah.
But then Waka Flocka Flame did a fat joke on me, and I said something back to him. He was like, "I ain't worried what this broke ass nigga say." I was like, "Dude, I'd be just as rich as you if I figured out that I could make $1 million because nigga rhyme with nigga."
Please tell me you said that.
Oh yes, I did.
That's why I didn't think I wanted to do roast. I did one, and all they did was fat joke. And I was like, "Oh, this is fourth grade again.
Yeah,
Fuck
exactly.
you.
Yeah.
I got
they
you.
find the
I'm
one
going
thing
to
and then
tear
they just
you
keep
the fuck
hitting it. They just
apart."
keep hitting it.
The guy I was
real
against.
insecurities are.
Yeah.
The guy I was
I'm gonna
against,
bring
he
up your
fired one
daddy.
at me, and it fucking fell flat. And he was Indian, and I just go, I didn't know they made bobs in India. And you know, there's a back bar at the store that like everybody, all the comics go to, or whatever.
Yeah.
So we got done with it. I crushed this dude. This was my first battle. I crushed this dude, and I went out in the back smoking area, and then I was just gonna go back to the front patio where everybody hangs out. And as I was walking, Jeff Ross came back. He goes, "Hey, come with me real quick." And I just came back there, and so I was sitting there with Jeff, and he was like, "Where the fuck have you been?" He was like, "That was an absolute murder." He was like, "It was great." He goes, my favorite thing was what you did to Waka Flocka.
Yeah.
He was like,
He loves a deep burn.
he was like, he goes, because Waka Flocka came to just watch the show. So Jeff was like, hey, come on up on the firing squad. He goes, I don't want to give you props on it because like I want these famous people to come in. He goes, but when you got him, you fucking got him. And he was like, I loved it. And he was like, come back and do another one. And I tried to. And here's the thing, they keep track of those. They keep track of your win-loss records. And all those LA guys are cliquey as fuck. I destroyed this dude so bad. These motherfuckers didn't want to fuck up their win. No one would take one against me. I ended up getting one more, destroyed that guy, and then I was like persona non grata. They were like, no, and I'd be like, hey man, I saw you battle this guy. Like, me, you should battle. They're like, yeah, no, and everybody was just like, no, they wouldn't even go against me anymore. And so I told Jeff that. And Jeff was like, if I have to set one up, I'll set one up. And
We were writing some baller shit for those though.
I was on the phone with him, and
was not
it
fair.
was him, and then like we would come up with shit. We run it by Mungo, and then we had Johnny back then, and it was and so when I walked into that first one, it was I had a Texas think tank, and walked in, and this dude called me out for the battle, and he had a couple of good jokes, but it was nasty and
What was
like
the line you
The
wrote?
one-sided ones are kind of boring to watch, though. I like it when you got two guys that throw jabs.
I
you
do
know?
if I don't know him. But if
Yeah.
I know
Okay,
one of the
okay.
dudes, I want to see that
I
dude's
got
teeth
you.
skitter
Yeah,
down
yeah.
the street.
when you said what was the one I wrote, and it's dude, they call me caste system. When they go, you're the caste system guy. The dude was Indian.
This joke is so good.
Dude was Indian. I go, dude, I want to do this roast battle. I don't know shit about you. So I decided to look you up. I started to look at your website, look at your IMDb. I was like, holy shit, how does it feel to be untouchable in two different caste systems?
Thank you.
Jeff Ross, you did.
That's
Jeff
so
Ross
good.
calls me caste system guy.
It's a goddamn great joke.
They're just like, fuck.
Yeah, hold on. What we talking about? Who? So hang on. Well, because this won't ever come back up again. Who was the black dude you wanted to go up against?
Oh, okay. His name was FLO. He was a battle rapper, and he decided to start doing comedy. He roast battled twice, and he was killing motherfuckers. He's this big fat black dude, and the bit that we wrote was, I go, FLO as a rapper name like played. I think you should go by Boko Harambe. I go, because you look like you probably raped a woman once or two, and you also look like a gorilla who's been dead for 6 months.
Oh, that's so funny. Damn, that's good. Jesus.
Dude, and you see why everyone's like, I'm not going against him. They're like, no.
That was
no.
a fun era.
Bruh, the most short-lived roast battle career ever. When I came on the scene, and they were like, no.
No,
And I
we're
was
done
like,
with your
this
ass.
is fucking.
I don't enjoy him because I just don't like the meanness. It's
I don't
just
like
me.
roast.
Yeah, yeah.
It's
I
just
don't
not.
like roast.
But
Dude, hang
I
on
didn't
now.
like that. I had read some stuff by some different people that write for them, and they're like, you kind of got to love the person to really do it effectively or whatever. And
You
like,
also
so me
gotta-
and Jose did it, which was fun, but Jose had people help him write, and there was a lot of fat jokes in there. And I finally hit him with it. I was like, you look like you don't know what to do on Father's Day. It was too much. It's like,
Dude,
but that's fun.
That's
But
like
I love the shit out of that dude.
layers.
Yeah.
You also got to be willing to let a lot of shit go. Because when those guys got up, like when there would be the headline battle, this dude and his girl, they had a baby that was fucking stillborn, and this guy did a song. He did Take Me Out to the Ball Game, and it was a song about the other dude's fucking stillborn baby.
Yeah, I'd fight you.
Yeah,
That's-
you get your ass beat.
Hold on.
I couldn't
Dude,
let that go.
I don't have.
Dude.
I'm not
What-
comedy enough for that.
Here's the thing. The guy knew it might be on the table. He had scoured this dude's social media 2 years ago. That dude and his girl had a miscarriage, and so Jesus Christ. So and he wasn't. He even because I went. There was a bar. There's a restaurant. There's diner Norm's that we would go afterwards. And he goes. I kept it in my back pocket. He goes. I wasn't gonna do it unless he came at me. And then the guy did the song about it, or whatever. And the crowd is losing their mind. Like, oh my god, I can't believe you said that. And he goes, yeah. Wow, that was such a hard time for us. He goes. Problem is, I went back looking through your social media, and you and your girl had a miscarriage 2 years ago. He goes, how shitty does it feel that your dead kid opened for my dead kid?
Oh my God! God damn! Oh my God!
You want to dip your toe in that pool? That's what you fucking get.
I got no
That's what
sympathy.
you fucking
I
get.
got no
Holy
sympathy.
That's what you
shit.
fucking get. And I was like,
Open for my dead
no,
kid.
your
God
dead kid
damn,
open for my dead kid.
Called his miscarriage an MC.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes. And
I didn't know that's what it stood
Yeah,
for.
right?
The whole time.
Damn, that's good.
That makes a lot of sense about a lot of MCs I've seen.
Damn, that's
Some of those sets
brutal.
look stillborn.
Yeah.
bro, I was in the
Definitely
back of that
miscarried.
room. I almost dropped my fucking drink cartoonishly. Like,
Spit take
and
and
he
all.
was like,
Fuck,
no,
that's
I'm
brutal,
good at
though.
this. I'm good at this. I already ripped up 2 people, and I just was like, I don't ever want to go against either one of you motherfuckers, because that was so
I
fucking.
watched some of those ones. I watched one the other day, and it was like a heavy set girl and a guy in a wheelchair. And the joke, I was like,
Trey
I'm
asked the girl-
uncomfortable. I don't want to be in this room while y'all are doing these
Trey
jokes.
asked the girl how much her pussy weighed.
I was there.
Yes.
Oh, I wasn't. I was
Yeah,
watching
y'all
it
were
live.
there.
Y'all were streaming it live. Yeah.
Wait, no, that's fair. That was her. That was our relationship.
Yeah, but I did think for a minute Grace was going to hit you.
Yeah, but she was saying, what was I supposed to do? I also she said she had stank pussy.
Are you talking about Grace Kirk?
Yeah, but I also
Dude, she
asked-
rags on herself so much.
That's what
Like,
I'm
you
saying.
can't.
So when she said her pussy stank, I'm like, is it because of the gut sweat that drips down and fucks with the PA? I'm actually curious. I'm not trying to be an asshole. I want to know how your shit stank. I know how other bitches shit stank.
Bro, there was
I ain't
a-
been down there to find out.
Yeah, you asked her if she ever weighed it.
Never set a scale on the couch.
How many? Yes.
You pantomime.
I was sitting on my porch watching on my laptop, and I was coughing and choking like
Yeah, that joke got me robbed.
Karma showed up later.
Yeah, exactly.
Karma showed up later, asked me how much my pussy weighed.
Yeah, exactly.
Much as a necklace.
Exactly. Fuck that. No, I don't. I'm not really a fan of Rose. I'm more of a rhythm person. So I'm more
cool
like
with
in the. I have to get to that space where it's like, all right, well, the gloves are off.
I like being the only one talking.
Oh, you don't want nothing coming back. I got this. Like,
Dude, I'm
He
cool
said
with
that
it.
like nobody here knew that.
For the people at home. Fuck y'all, Southern. Plurally.
But no, the thing is you know how they give you 3 bits. They give you 3 jokes and 3 jokes.
Stop. He's gonna die. You might be turning red. I can't tell. This is. Sam was trying to make an important point. I think.
Proceed.
I was trying to move on before he jumped across the table. I bet I'll be the only one talking now, motherfuckers.
yeah, exactly.
Samurai
You two.
sword comes
You-
out.
You in the same boat of fucking.
Yeah, but you can't see me. You were looking that way.
It was Sam's face that tipped me. I was like,
I could see it in your eyes. It was like what, like a movie poster.
Oh, fucking cheeks hurt, dude.
I'm gonna go back and watch this. I'm gonna zoom in on that part.
Does this count? It's a
It's killing
small
a bottle?
bottle, but does it count?
Yeah.
That's killing a bottle.
kinda
It's
small.
It's fucking 96 proof.
airplane
So yeah, I
bottles
think it
count.
counts.
Still counts?
Yeah, it's not a bitch.
Kill a bottle.
No, I'm not doing that. Oh, I see.
that's what I did for
Oh,
being
it's
Slade
free.
in
You
where were we at? Qatar? No, we're
You
somewhere.
say it. We ain't gonna know where the fuck
Qatar,
it's at.
Qatar.
Even I don't know what the
There,
pronunciation
we was
He
in
killed the bottle
Avatar,
at-
and
in
they
Qatar.
hooked us
We were in one of the airports where they didn't serve alcohol, but I went down to the royalty shop and bought a bunch
He
of
showed
fucking
up. With
Jameson.
we were in the lounge in Turkey. That was in Istanbul.
yeah.
And he came rolling up with the
I go, hey, want a midday? I started pulling these little bottles out. They didn't say I couldn't drink them in the lounge.
He had like 9 of them. Yeah, I guess
I was about to get on a plane. I was trying to make sure I didn't remember too much.
It's cool, man. Some of those Middle Eastern nations, like we were over there during Ramadan once, and sun up, sun down, you can't do it. And it was, it's the law. So like, if you were driving with an empty water bottle in your car, you could get hemmed up. Bro, we
Really?
checked- yes. We checked into the hotel, and when you
fasting
got
all
into
day.
the hotel, you got into your room. They had like a big ass bottle of water. They were like, we get you may not observe our culture. Please enjoy this in your room and in your room only. So they were cool with it. They were like, we get it, Americans, come on over. But like, here's your shit. And then you would go down by the pool, and these motherfuckers still be out there drinking. And I was like, if they come, I don't know you, because like these guys are being as cool as they could possibly be, and you're still out here doing this shit.
Yeah.
And then we found that burger joint that was slanging.
Oh,
During
yeah.
the day,
That's
it was
funny.
upstairs, hidden like in an alley, whatever, and the shit was
Fatty
good.
dabs, baby.
Fucking speakeasy Burger King.
The
Dude,
Russians
and
in
they-
our
they-
hotel didn't give two shits about Ramadan. We partied
No, but
down.
I'm saying these were Arabs that were like still selling,
I got you.
and I ain't gonna say what country this guy won't get in trouble, but they were still slanging, and the shit was good. But you had to park, had to go through an alley, up 3 flights of stairs, go all the way back, and when you got up there, they're like. And they were just doing it, and they were just slanging, and the shit was fucking good.
Yeah.
And it was one of those where they're like, "Yeah, we're making money, but like we could totally get arrested and get our hands chopped off." Like,
No.
yeah,
Well, now we did go try to find food outside the hotel, and that was a bust
Well,
until
that
they
was-
started giving food away at dark.
So right at dark, right when sun goes down during Ramadan,
Ramadan, yeah.
lots of places will just give out free meals, kind of like hey, just you've been fasting all day. So Jerry and I had traipsed out. We're in Sharm el Sheikh, Egypt, and the little spot we're at, we're off base, so we're out in this hotel.
Yeah.
But man, there's this long ass street that I'm sure non-Ramadan during the summer
Probably jumping.
It's probably jumping, probably the bomb. But it was like walking through the end of. It was like walking through I Am Legend.
Yeah.
It was just vacant.
Fucking
We went
nothing.
into a haunted mall, and
Empty
they had like
mall, been
Marios
shut
and
down.
stuff
Ow!
everywhere.
This was like a level of Fallout. The whole
This
time.
is how empty it was. Nobody tried to sell me anything.
Nothing. Not
In
one
Egypt.
Persian mall.
Not one
Egyptian
dude
mall.
in an Egyptian mall tried to not a kiosk.
No cologne, nothing.
But as
Oh, sunglasses. One dude tried to sling us some sunglasses.
for sure.
But
But we threw in the towel. We're walking back. We're just like,
God
man, fuck
damn.
it. We're just, fuck it. There's no food. We're
And
just
then-
gonna go
fuck
back.
it, no food.
And then Chase and Lisa,
Got
who
some
were
free
behind
food.
us,
Yeah.
come walking. And they're like, well, there was just an alleyway, and then a bunch of people were coming out with to-go boxes. So we just
Yeah.
went down the alley, and then they gave us to-go boxes.
And you saw Jerry run as fast as he's ever ran.
no,
that
He
that
was already
food
back at the
fucked
hotel.
Lisa and Chase
They
up.
were jacked.
I
Oh.
went back to the hotel, ordered a hamburger.
You eating free alleyway chicken, and you're surprised that you having GI issues.
It's just street meat is street meat.
Me and,
But
me and Slade went back to the hotel and ordered room service.
ordered the exact same chicken strips, but
But refined,
current.
filtered.
Yes.
I had filtered chicken.
not 12 hours old.
I got you. Yeah,
and
That's
clean
fair.
water.
I don't need leftover sunset food.
Yeah.
That's not.
Oh yeah, fuck.
Yeah, that's what
Yeah.
that was made.
Lisa started immediately texting us after she ate. She's like, "Guys, I'm glad y'all skipped out on that food."
Yeah.
We had a flight at like 3 in the morning or something.
Yeah. I had to go knock on 2
Jerry,
bathroom doors.
What is how did you born with Crohn's or you got it from worrying?
I got diagnosed with it in 2009.
I think that's how Jewish
2008.
people get Crohn's.
Wasn't born in 2009.
Yeah, 2008. I got diagnosed. They think I had it since I was a kid. So I come from the little county that I was born and raised in has one of the worst water supplies in the United States.
Oh, okay.
They know that now. It's
Yeah.
like lead and shit. It's
So
very
so
Flint,
back
Michigan-y.
me up. So Crohn's is what is Crohn's?
Crohn's is
exactly?
genetic. It's a
autoimmune?
autoimmune disease that
I'm
where
sorry.
the good bacteria,
I
the
apologize.
bad your immune system attacks the good bacteria
feel
in your
terrible.
stomach.
Got you.
No, it's all good, man. I've
No,
looked
I
into
literally
it.
only asked
It's
to
like
make Trey feel like shit.
It's like stomach AIDS.
Yeah,
what it
it's
is.
also
It's-
genetic. I had
Got
two
no
people.
stomach T cells.
Yeah.
I was terrified when I got diagnosed with it because I had 2 cousins die of it, and so I was like, "Oh fuck, it's terminal." It's because before the '90s it was a terminal.
So what
illness.
was I'm asking out of total. So what was terminal about it?
It would just eat your stuff. They would do these things
bacteria
called
would
bowel
disappear.
resections because your bowel would get so damaged that it couldn't
So
process
they cut
nutrients
parts out
anymore.
and then reconnect it.
But they can only do that about 3 or 4 times before you're out of bowel. And depending on how much you have to cut out, how damaged you are, or whatever, it gets really bad.
Can they
I've
not-
never had one of the
See, I
resections.
had that when I got stabbed by a white dude.
Yeah.
I had Cracker's disease.
Cold steel, cold steel itis.
Can you not? Can you not? You know how like I'm not a doctor, so I don't know. But you know how like when your pipes freeze,
But you
they
fucked
come
one, so
in
you're
and
good.
they multiple. You know how they?
It's fucking
I've
crazy.
talked to enough.
Exactly.
You know how they come in and they could put like that plastic that doesn't ever fuck up pipes.
There's
PVC?
no inner liner. There's no inner liner you can buy. I managed mine. So I went on one medication
I
that.
managed mine.
Well, no, I went on one.
You think you can fix anything with duct tape?
With
Yeah, yeah. It's fair. It's a fair. I had a lot of similar questions.
Yeah, I'm not asking this anything other than that. Seems like it would work.
Like
Yeah.
if you got old pipes in a house now, they got this product. It's like almost like latex, and they pour it in the pipe, and then they blow through there with compressed air, and it creates a new liner for the pipe.
Wow. Yeah.
And,
So why can't they?
So why they can't do that with a stomach?
I don't know. But
They haven't
because it
made
wouldn't
Fix-A-Fat.
because all the
God, dude. It's a fat.
that's funny. Probably because all those walls of your ilium and all that stuff is where you absorb your
I
nutrients.
forget that's a lot of.
So it's like that's
It's
where
more
I
than
run
just
into
pipes.
problems is like absorbing shit. I've never had to have a bowel resection, but I got put on one. So it put me in the hospital right before my wedding. And
Oh shit! Like that recent.
yeah, and then like I got out and we got married and all that stuff. I gave her an out. I was like, you didn't sign up for this bullshit, but
If you want to go.
she wasn't making
Women,
good decisions.
they live
back
for
then.
that shit.
That's why I'm hoping to get famous so it'll pay off.
I can
You know what
fix
I mean?
it.
Yeah.
I'm trying to be a good dad. If I get
No,
famous, it's just one added bonus. You know what I mean? Like thanks for sticking it out.
A good
You
woman
went
sees
through
a
me-
wounded bird and fixes it.
He saw me
Yeah.
through my fat years, everything.
My fat years and everything. Yeah.
But they put me on one medication. It was called Pentasa. They put me on Pentasa. Pentasa shut my kidneys down, and I had to go back to the hospital.
somebody look that up. Chicken.
And they
look it up.
put me on Asacol after that. And
Okay, that sounds real.
Yeah,
that was
it's real though.
Oh,
You look it
are
up.
these real?
Yeah, yeah.
No,
You
this
can
how
look.
you say them, Sam. Or is this how you fucking East Texas
Yeah.
say
Is
them?
this how you
That's
say
what
it,
I'm-
or is this how you
This
say
is
it?
how
say
I
it.
say them.
Okay.
I don't know. Asacol put me back in the hospital with my liver function.
That sounds like a
shut
country
down.
term for when you call a girl at
So-
3
Yeah,
a.m.
yeah,
like,
yeah.
You up?
all these
I'm making an
ass
ass call.
Asacol.
Oh, like, hey, baby, what you doing? Can I come through? 2 a.m. ass call.
They put me on that, and they put me on a third one. I can't remember. I think it's called Remicade. It was an injection type. Made me sick as fuck. My head, the last one they put me on, dude, bro, this is like effed up. But this is why I tell people I'm not one of those hippies that believes cannabis can save the world. But I do have some thoughts on it because I was dying. My hair was falling out. My fingernails were turning to paper. I couldn't work. I was so fatigued. It took like 25 minutes to get up off the couch and go to the restroom. And I was at the end of my rope. I hadn't eaten in 3 or 4 days. I was sick. And my father-in-law, bless his soul, he goes, I got something to make you want to eat, feller. And he rolled a joint about this long. And me and him started smoking this joint. And Rach said she remembers. I looked up at her and was like, can I have a peanut butter and jelly sandwich? And she was so psyched. She went maybe like 4 of them, you know? Like,
And you ain't on for
2 days later, I was back on construction site working.
Damn, dude.
And I've
'Cause it
smoked
gave you
weed
the
ever since.
appetite so you could-
Well, it settled down all the pain too.
Yeah.
All the inside
Well, the
pain
pain,
because it
and
felt like
also
I
they
used to tell
probably-
people it felt like sandpaper rolling in my stomach.
Oh,
Like it was
fuck.
just miserable, and you couldn't go to the bathroom, and you had all these cramps, like you needed to go, but you couldn't.
Yeah.
And man, I literally like I smoked that cannabis, I ate, I drank, I went to the restroom, I felt better. 2
But
days
also, you
later,
know
I was
something's wrong
swinging a
with you.
fucking hammer.
Wow.
Well, you know something wrong with you. There's probably a lot of nerves and anxiety that comes with that.
Oh yeah,
fucking,
yeah,
that,
yeah.
that
I was
totally
scared.
smashed
I was
you.
fucking terrified.
Yeah.
I thought I was
And
about
that
to die on my
smashes-
wife.
That smashes
She was
that too.
watching me waste away. You know, like she's watching me turn to nothing. Like I've always been strong, and then I wasn't. You know, like I couldn't do
That's
anything.
A tough thing to
yeah,
see. Yeah.
And now she's like, I'm glad you're dieting the right way this time. Like,
yeah, absolutely.
You were hot when you were dying. But I mean, don't get me wrong.
I look good at 220, baby. I am a fine specimen at
I
220.
didn't like that diet. I like this one. This
shit,
one.
that's
This
so
one I
funny.
can deal with.
Putting
This,
that
This
Diet.
is the hardest thing I've ever done because I've done keto, I've done all the fad diets, and I'd lose a bunch of weight really quick. But the minute I get off, you can't continue to eat like
No,
that, and so I'd get off of it, I'd swell back up. So now
Can I ask
I'm trying
why?
to.
Why you can't continue to eat like that? What
I
is it?
couldn't. It was just too restrictive.
Look,
at
you
some
can
point.
if you want to make it a lifestyle choice.
So
you
now
can.
all I do is I make sure my carbs are lower than they're supposed to be for the day. My sugar's lower than it's supposed to be for the day. My fat's lower. I track everything.
And your activity is supposed to be higher.
Yeah, and my activity is
Yes.
higher. And I'm teaching myself to have a different relationship with food.
Yes.
I have been a binge eater my whole life. I don't know where that stems from. If it comes from, the shit I was going through as a kid. They say a lot of molestation kids fucking end up that way. But it's
Eating a lot?
it's not all.
Like binge eating.
Yeah, there's a theory that
Oh,
kids
listen,
will
20
no,
pound
no,
of-
I know-
you're
Mama,
20
Mom, it took my appetite.
Yeah, 20-pound objection
Listen,
over here.
when you eat enough pussy, beyond
Well, that's
against
not
your
what was
will.
happening to me. So it's what they say that a lot, and I've seen the story a lot and everything. I don't know if that's 100% true of me, but they say people start doing it because they think if they get unattractive,
Oh, that's interesting.
the
Psychologically,
long-term
dude.
person doing this to them will stop.
Fuck, that's heavy.
There's been several medical stories
Yeah.
about it.
Well, you have to become powerful.
My eating disorder came from drugs, came from a happy place.
Yeah.
No,
But I will
was doing
just-
so
Yeah,
much-
that's heavy.
I will eat till there's no more food. I believe
clean
I'm
the
a
plate.
clean the plate.
Clean
Yeah.
the plate, yeah,
I will
yeah.
go back for seconds. I will sit there and eat. I will eat mindlessly. I'm having to really examine that right now.
Yeah.
And my wife makes this thing. It's Mexican casserole. It's low sodium.
You
It's
would
got a
hate
lot of
it, Chuck.
protein
I
in
know.
it. But I eat a piece. It's like that big, and that's my dinner. That's
Yeah.
I eat that. But I've learned to eat it slow and try to enjoy it and savor it.
Whisper in its
and-
ear.
Huh?
Whisper in its ear.
Yeah, make a little love to that Mexican
This
casserole.
guy, he's got.
Dirty
That's
Swift.
No, I
Yeah.
ignore it till it makes me feel good.
Call back. So no, for me it was I back in the day I used to do so many psychoactive drugs that like I would go 2 or 3 days without eating. That when I did eat, I ate like everything, because I didn't know when the next time I was going to eat again was. And now I'm still that guy to where I'm just like I don't know when. And then the worst was that first time we did Iraq. Every base we went to, the first thing they said was, "Hey, you want to go eat? You want to go eat?" And I was like, "I'm in a fucking
I don't know
desert.
when I'm gonna get to eat
I don't
again."
know when I'm going to
Yeah.
eat again." And then I didn't know that it was going to be 30 fucking minutes later.
Boy,
Yeah.
the
And-
new Camp Lemonnier will fucking change that about you. You want to eat? Nope, I've been there.
Bro,
No.
ever since they built, because I've been there a few times.
You
Ever
said back when it was
ever
fall,
since
the
they
food was
built
good,
an
yeah.
actual DFAC,
Yeah.
Camp Lemonnier when it was a tent. Camp Lemonnier would feed
how
you,
Camp-
and it was beautiful.
That commander that was on his way out told us that. He said this used to have the best food in Africa.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
Once it becomes overbuilt and too many soldiers here,
Yeah, when they're like, "Oh, we're gonna be here for a while."
well, once you're
Fill
cook-
with the
well,
shit.
I think it's the difference in cooking for 2,000 people
Yeah.
versus
It's-
cooking
it's
for
hurting.
300.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know.
Well, and also the amount of oversight I think that's in, the bigger bases, people are looking
The
at if you're out in the
budget,
middle
everything.
of nowhere, man. It's some dude just fires up a grill and they're just like, what are we gonna do? There's
Yeah.
40 people on
Yeah.
this base.
Exactly.
Let me ask you this: Did fighter jets wake you up at like 7:00 in the morning every day at Camp Lemonnier?
No.
They were.
But I remember seeing them during the day quite a bit.
When we were there,
I didn't sleep much there, though.
when we
That
were
was
there, they
miserable.
did.
Yeah.
They would scramble fighter jets every day at 7:00 in the morning.
Well, so hang on. To preface this, now in 2008, the first time we went, Camp Lemonnier in Djibouti was predominantly a French base. So they were flying these missions every morning.
That's
And
what we were seeing was those French Mirage fighters
Yes,
when
but
we
it
did
was,
see them.
It was a half
didn't
and
know
half
that.
base. It was Marines and French. So the French are flying, and the Marines are the ones we're dealing with.
Yeah.
Also, the Marines were turning off our AC in the middle of the night
Every morning.
fucking
We're
night.
staying in tents.
every night
And they come shut us
because
off.
we had our own, and they didn't like
So
that.
just
and
for
so they
like-
would shut us up. It was just a switch. Every time we complained about it, they're like, "It's just a switch." No, the Marines were coming by and they were turning off.
Just
our
for
AC.
hazing.
Literally going to the
Just
break,
being
the generator outside our tent and just going at
yeah.
like 6 in the morning, and then
And we wake up boiling.
So at 7 o'clock, when it gets to be like 120 or whatever,
Yeah.
We're
we're
boiling.
just like, why am I dying in my bed? You're
But-
like, goddamn Marines.
Yeah.
When we
They
went,
were
we were staying in these. It's like shipping containers, little small shipping containers.
Choose.
The ones
But
that-
bro, let me tell you, like I walk in the door, shut the door. I couldn't bend over and take my pants off in that room because of the furniture. You know, there wasn't enough room.
No.
I would have to lay back on the bed. Like I bet you had trouble. That was a tight room.
Hey,
you know what I mean? Like
That's why I loved. We had some tight spaces sometimes. Probably not tight as that, but Man, I loved all that shit. It was like it
Trey will
felt
sleep in a
big.
glove compartment.
it felt like look, somebody
like a
built
cat.
a home for me.
Yeah.
That's what
He's like a cat. If it fits,
Yo.
I sits.
It felt like
So Jerry, when we went in LA, they were scrambling jets every day at 7:00 in the morning, and when we finally had a show, first of all, our first show, I was told we had to be clean.
This is one of my favorite
ready for
stories.
this.
So
Yeah,
for this.
I've heard this.
let me
one.
sit back. For
so
this.
one.
I
we're-
love it. We were supposed to be clean.
We're
story.
playing Djibouti in 2008. It's barely a line in the sand. It's a fence. It's not what we went to.
No.
Now
We couldn't salute the soldiers because if we saluted the officer, they were like, "There's snipers out there." Those shit.
we're working for a company that is garbage, right? It's
And
a
they're
hot
gone.
garbage company. They're paying everything as cheaply as it can be.
Lone
this
Wolf?
isn't our yes. This isn't
All
our,
right, you said it.
I was not gonna mention the name.
I
But
just asked.
it does not matter. The that's the trip we flew through Yemen for no reason. It was a nightmare.
We thought we were gonna die.
The information we're given ahead of time. Now I've done a couple of these. Sam, I think whatever.
This is my first.
So
Second.
it says clean. It's all clean. Everything's clean. The itinerary I give everybody, even for AFE and the stuff we do.
Yeah.
Hey, here's the parameters.
Here's the
They're clean,
parameters.
and then we address it show by show.
Yeah.
So we go
Yes,
into
we
this
do.
clean.
I found that tape 3 times. I said it 3 times. I come off stage and he goes, "You said fuck 8 times in 4 minutes." I was like, "What the
Oh, he'll
fuck?
do
No,
that.
I didn't."
He'll do that.
I'm always watching.
It was 3 times.
It was-
in 12 minutes.
It was
Yeah.
No.
But that was too much. That was
more
granted,
than we agreed upon.
Granted, that was
Yeah,
too
More than
much.
we agreed
Yeah.
upon.
Yeah, you will come
still-
out. You will come off stage and you will get the motherfucking riot act.
I was still in the wrong, and I knew it, and I apologized.
But
and
he
we
wasn't
moved
as wrong
forward.
as I said he was wrong.
I was just less wrong than I was told.
I got you. Yeah.
So Sam is under the impression we got to do this show clean. Now this is Djibouti, Africa, for a bunch of Marines.
Marines.
I am standing in the back of the room like, man, I know what I'm about to do when I go up there. Let me see what this dude does, because we don't know each other like we know each other now.
Oh,
He's
okay.
worked my club. We've
Yeah.
hung out. We're friends, but we
like
ain't
this is
toured like
08. We met in 06.
Oh, okay.
This is-
Yeah, I got you.
Yeah.
So let me see what this motherfucker's gonna do.
Bro, I walk up. At that point in my career, a lot of my shit was about being in Houston. I'm overseas. None of that works. I'm trying to do.
Y'all know the loop.
No shit.
Trying to do a bunch of shit,
How many
and then
Whataburger Joes?
and then they tell me that this place has got to be completely clean. I go up. I'm trying to do that, and it's not going. The Marines hate me.
Yeah.
Hate me.
Hate's polite.
And what was it? Was I doing 20 or was I doing 30?
You were doing 30. It felt like 60.
Oh yeah. But so 10 minutes into my 20, I turned around and I just looked at the crowd and I go, I don't want to hear me talk anymore either.
It
But
was the most honest sentence.
But I have to fill 20 more minutes. So you guys would just bear with me. I'll bring you somebody else who's going to give you a great show. And I just kind of looked up at the ceiling and I choked through 20 minutes and it was terrible.
It's one of the worst shows I've ever seen. In the
Damn,
like,
It's-
he
it's-
told him, "Look, I don't want to be up here.
I don't want to be up
But
here either.
I get what this
I
is.
hate me as much as you do.
Yeah.
It was so
And
honest.
it was so bad. And then I
But
get
you didn't
down.
say that at Lake Somerville. At the biker rally.
Oh no, he finished.
I crushed that motherfucker.
I'm just saying that'd have been a great line. Hey, as much as y'all do.
Yeah, it probably would have been. But no, I fucking I get done. I go, ladies and gentlemen, graciously, I will bring to you your next comic, Slade Ham. This dude walks up, takes the mic from me, laughing at me, and goes, "What's up, motherfuckers?" I'm like, "What?"
This soft ass piece of
Yeah.
shit.
I go, "We can do that?"
Oh damn.
And the
That's
guy
so
goes,
funny.
"They're Marines. We don't give a fuck what you do."
Now the caveat is this: that the very next
The next day,
the very next
we
day,
gotta go back to the exact same stage.
same spot.
It's all the same
People.
guys.
Yeah.
So they go, ladies and gentlemen, your first comedian, Sam Damaris. I come walking out and you just hear, and I'm like, wait, don't leave yet.
Oh, my
wait,
God.
Wait.
They said I could say fuck. This is gonna be different.
No, I go. I was told last night that I had to be completely clean. The crowd's like, no. I go, I would not have done what the fuck you guys saw last night.
Right.
I was like, please sit down, give me 5 minutes. Just give me 5. If you don't like me after 5, whatever. I rip, okay? But part of me ripping was, I go, and do y'all gotta run fucking fighter jets? First one was like, who the fuck keeps turning off our AC? You know what I mean? Like, and they go, and do y'all gotta run fighter jets every day at 7 o'clock in the morning? You know what I mean? Like, you just run practice. You can do that at 11 and let me get a few more hours of sleep, whatever. They go, those ain't our planes. They're French planes. And my whole face just go, I'm being walking by French fucking fighter jets? How fast do you gotta move to fly a white flag, motherfucker? and dude, and the Marines are fucking dying.
Yeah.
Dying. Meanwhile, this motherfucker burned all the ain't shit night before.
I got nothing left.
And
Because the first night, I'm saving this shitbag show.
Yes!
Oh, let me give him my egg. Let me show this motherfucker how comedy goes.
Yeah.
then
And
the next
I've
night-
got him stomping. And so he walks up and he does what he does. He just goes crowd working. He fucking just verbally beats the shit out of the 4 Marines in the front row.
He did that at one of our shows in Agadez. Remember the French troop? We had German, we had English, we had all kind of different troops there. There's a bunch of French troops all posted up on this big old truck, and they started walking out during Slade's set. And he's like, "Where are they going?" And somebody hollered it was the French. He goes, "Oh, that makes sense."
Hey, we'll finish it from here.
Yeah.
Retreating again.
It was done. He didn't have to say anything else right the rest of the night.
That's so funny.
Yeah, dude. When you back on the French, especially the front Marines, they don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, it was. I had the worst set of my life and the best set of my life in
Back to back.
40 hours. Yeah,
Damn.
It was. But like I wanted to die when I
can
got off on that
imagine,
first
dude.
one. Like they were like, "Hey man, drink it," because you remember they give you the coins to get beers or whatever.
Oh, the tokens,
They're
yeah.
giving Slade free beers or whatever. I was like, "Can we just go back to the tent where I stayed?" Like I didn't want to look at nobody. Nothing.
Damn. Yeah.
And then the second night they were like, "Okay," because we were wondering like, why would they send this guy? And they were so nice to me after the second night.
Yeah, it was. That was fun. This has been fun. We're weirdly at the end of this episode. Did we miss anything? Is there anything at all? I'm glad we got to do this. October shows. Anybody have any shows in October that we can talk about right now?
Not unless you're in Europe. To our European guys, if you're listening anywhere in Europe, message me. I may be near you.
There's quite a few.
I'll be in Canada at the Comedy Cave,
Cave.
in Calgary from October 2nd through 7th. And October 20th, I'm going to be at Devil's Motor Speedway in Mesquite as the Grand Marshal of the race. And
Wait, what?
Yeah, don't say it like that.
That's what it is, though.
Jerry, you can't say grand anything of any race.
I think
You
there's-
gotta
I
have
think
the
there's
The
fun.
whole
more
weirdest
dates.
words you said Grand Marshal of the drag race.
Yeah.
Grand Marshal of Outlaw Motor
Jasper?
Speedway
Not
racing.
mixing it. These
Anyways.
all sound like words that minorities are scared of.
Y'all come out. I can get you discounted tickets. We're going to be doing meet and greets and photo shit.
Meet and greets.
I'll be
With the
doing-
police department.
MEAT.
And I'll be doing part of the broadcast. So
Very cool.
That's awesome, buddy.
yeah, I'm excited, man. I love that.
I'm
shit.
oddly not anywhere. And then you'll be in Europe, and you're same thing.
I don't know what I'm
We're the
going
Whiskey
on.
Brothers, collectively online. Look us up on Facebook. That's a good place to communicate. But we are doing better at responding to comments and you guys in the YouTube stuff. Jerry and I frequent it. It's always a good place to connect with us if you have anything to say. We will all jump on there more. Chicken, are you good? All right, but hey, is that a Junker hat? You got a tie?
Yo, fuck yeah.
Representing Ty Waters. That's Chicken over there. We're the Whiskey Brothers. Slade, Trey, Jerry, Sam. More us all the time, everywhere. Look us up, and we'll see you in another episode.
I believe in good whiskey.